Edwards. Tonight on our 5-minute feature, we'll be discussing the emerging issues of performance-enhancing drugs. The university culture is changing, and with it is coming the increased usage of study drugs to help students boost their grades. The first study into academic doping of 1,700 students from 4 Australian universities has revealed that the use of study drugs are more widespread than we first thought. In fact, study drugs in Australian universities have found to be more widespread than it is in the United States and Germany. Popular study drugs on the market include Ritalin, modafinil, and Adderall to increase alertness and attention. What's your secret? Oh, are you not on these? On what? Take these. We've just seen how it works firsthand, but how could a little pill have such a huge impact? We'll now cross over to Professor Melissa Edwards to see how the drugs truly work.
These medications are used to treat attention deficit disorder, ADD, and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, which affect attention span, impulse control, self-discipline, and hyperactivity. Study drugs are psychostimulants, arousing the central nervous system and sympathetic division of the peripheral nervous system by speeding it up. Study drugs work by increasing the amount of dopamine in the brain, by blocking transporters. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter that we most associate with reward and is released whenever we perform an action we perceive as being good, such as winning the lottery or eating a cake. However, it is said that some are not addictive. Provigil, also known as modafinil, elevates dopamine, norepinephrine, and histamine levels, which play a huge part in sleep-wake regulation, as well as GABA and glutamate receptors. It is a prescription medication intended for use by narcoleptic patients who have trouble staying awake. It is better known for its alleged nootropic effects and ability to increase alertness, concentration, and productivity. Adderall contains a combination of around 70% dextroamphetamine and amphetamine. It increases the activity of the neurotransmitters dopamine and norepinephrine in the brain. Norepinephrine is a substance similar to adrenaline that promotes wakefulness and attention and elevates the heart rate, thus may also lead to anxiousness. Methylphenidate, most commonly known as Ritalin, increases dopamine and norepinephrine in areas of the brain that play a part in controlling attention and behaviour. So overall, they are very counterproductive, as when you should be going to sleep to consolidate your memories, it is still exerting its wake-promoting effects.
Let's go check on how Juliet is doing now.
Hi Juliet, how are you feeling today?
I've taken some study drugs. I was struggling to concentrate and now I'm feeling quite down.
Well Juliet, let me tell you about the adverse effects of study drugs. As you are probably experiencing now, those that are dependent on study drugs have trouble sleeping, concentrating, and have a lack of motivation when they stop using. How have you been feeling the past couple days, Juliet?
I've had headaches, been quite nauseous, had diarrhea, back pain, anxiety, and I'm very dizzy.
These are all side effects along with rhinitis, constipation, insomnia, weight loss, and nervousness. Long-term effects of study drugs include emotional issues, heart damage, hypertension, and tachycardia, as they affect heart rate and blood pressure. So Juliet, how do you feel after hearing how they can affect your body?
I definitely won't be taking them next time. Thanks, Doc.
It's terrible what they can do. First on 5-minute feature, we have the inside scoop. We have found a dealer willing to talk on air who has ADD and has been dealing his medication. He says the hottest meds on the study drug block is Dexy. The following segment may be disturbing for some viewers.
I once sold a 100-pack of Dexies for $300. The individual price around $5. Modafinil is like $3 a pill. Dexies were the most sought-after study drug. Although modafinil is starting to become quite popular, I think it's becoming a big problem. The demand is off the charts. I need to get myself out of this before the authorities catch up with me.
Yes, Josh, that's a great idea. We need to start thinking about what can be done in the future to reduce the prevalence of study drugs. We need to start educating students about the negative long-term consequences of these drugs. This can be done through online chat forums and prevention programs. Educating and encouraging healthier work habits to lessen stress will also reduce reliance on drugs. There should be harsher legal penalties for misuse of prescription drugs, including suspension from institutions and possibly jail time. You can't buy cocaine online, so why can you buy study drugs? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on 5 Minute Feature.